everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. So now that I got a moment, I guess I can commence with the story time, right? So I'm going to try to make it brief though. So I went on the date from hell, like I mentioned the other day. And the guy invited me out on a date. He actually planned the date. He actually asked me, like, what did I like to do? What did I want to do? What were my favorite foods? You know, what kind of music did I like? Like, he asked all the questions and covered all the bases, right? So he's like, yeah, I'm going to plan something for us nice. And, you know, just be ready at 8 o'clock, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So the day comes, and mind you, we've been talking all week, so anything that he wanted to get off his chest or, you know, wanted to reconfirm or whatever, he could have, you know, spoke his mind and addressed it, right? So the date comes. So we pull up to this parking lot, and I'm looking around like, you know, where's this place? Because he's like, you know, I'm going to make us a reservation. It's a nice restaurant, has this, has that, blah, blah. So I'm looking, and all I see is Chili's. So I'm like, what are we doing here? He's like, oh, we're going to Chili's. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So I'm thinking, like, in his mind, maybe this was like a nice restaurant. So I kind of give him a pass. I didn't go too hard on him. Maybe that's his standard of, you know, hi. I don't know. So we proceed into Chili's. Then he asked, don't you guys have like a $10 menu? Immediate like turn off, like ill, right? So then, you know, as we're talking or whatever throughout our meal, he just busts out the blue and he says, well, since I'm paying for dinner, you can pay for drinks, right? You're paying for the drinks? And I said, no, I'm not. Because last time that I checked on how dating works on my end, when a man asks a woman on a date, he actually plans it and all that stuff. The date is financed by you, the man. So no, I'm not. So he was like, okay, all right, you got it. Get past that. I told him fucking no. So that was it. That was all. No need to talk about it anymore, right? So then later on, I have my drink. I'm sipping on my martini or whatever. He just grabs my cup. I'm like, what? Excuse you? What are you doing? He goes, I paid for it, didn't I? Excuse you? You can have it at this point. And guess what? At that point, I took my phone, and guess what I did? I wish I can ask the question and you guys give me the answer in it, and let's see how smart you guys are. But immediately when he did that,
I'm sure she called an Uber.
took my phone and pushed block, okay? Real fast. And I was already, planning my escape. Like, okay, time to get the away from this month. My appetite is ruined. I'm disgusted. I'm ruined for the night. I got cutest for nothing.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Listen, man, Chili's for a first date is not a bad idea. I said this before, but let me tell you what. Nigga, you gotta have swag. You gotta be popping it. You can't be asking her to buy drinks, dog. Man, you gotta be. I told you go on happy hour so you can get $5 margaritas. You know, happy hour. She was already grossed out for the 2 for $20. That's kind of low. You know what I'm saying? When another you can have separate meals for like $5 to $10 more. So it'd be like, so for his own burger, it'd be like 14. Something I think they like $12.95 really. And for her meal, even if she got ribs, it would be like $17, $18. It's not that high. Chili's is not that expensive. So bruh was really pushing it, trying to go for the 2 for $20. Like you should have got a triple dipper and sat at the bar and had drinks, you know? Ain't nothing wrong. I've met a chick at the Chili's bar and said, "Hey, let's go meet at Chili's. The game is on." Oh no, I don't think the game was on, or the game might have been coming on. But I was like, "We can meet up at Chili's," and it was happy hour. Whatever we did, we met at happy hour. And matter of fact, it wasn't even my idea, but we was up in that thing. I don't remember why that came up, but anyway, Chili's happy hour, do that. but you gotta have a personality. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to drop $30 on drinks, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, fumbled this easy. It's an easy date. And one, she was wrong. She was wrong. Wait, did he pick her up? I don't remember if I caught that.
So basically, in a nutshell, once I saw what type of guy he was and I kind of like, figured it out and I was just totally disgusted, I already blocked him as he was sitting right there in front of me, unbeknownst to him, unless he had like, telekinesis or something. But clearly from his behavior, he lacked brain cells. So I doubt he, even probably registered or even thought that I would block him, right? So I block him and, I just get the fuck out of there. And that's it. And that's all. But what I did learn from this is that nowadays, when you go on a date, you're probably going to have to, or I'm not saying you have to, but I know for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like do like a Q&A and pretty much ask a few questions like, so when you ask a woman on a date, what does that mean to you? What's your idea of a date? Do you expect a woman to pay for that date? Do you feel like she has to sleep with you because you took her on a date? Like, I'm just going to ask a few questions up front, like never again. And I'm not saying that I put myself in that situation because honestly, I did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I did nothing wrong.
Wait a minute. I'm starting to question this woman's age. She doesn't look that young. But if you're not asking these questions already, ma'am, were you married 20 years or something? You ain't been on a few, you don't understand. I was gonna get real judgy about, features and stuff like that, about things that you see, and you kind of be like, all right, this kind of makes sense why she wouldn't even recognize this. But I'm not even gonna go there. But I'm just telling you, if you're not talking to these people you're going on dates with, why are you going on the dates? Why are you going on dates? You're not conversating with these people where you just taking dates. Somebody say, hey, I want to go on a date. Sure, let's go. No questions asked. It seems desperate. It's like you got, it don't even seem desperate, because then let me say this. This guy had to fit her what she sees pleasing to her. The guy seemed pleasing to her. He didn't have to conversate with her. And she took that date while a less desirable man is in her inbox, throwing it at her. And now she won't give him the time of day. And then she's gonna, if she does go out on a date with that guy, she's gonna grill him, which you should have did in the first damn place. Is what she should have did to the first date. The guy who she found aesthetically pleasing to her, who she found herself attracted to. And look what happened. And she can blame him all she want to. He definitely messed up. He definitely, Chili's, 2 for 10 or 2 for 20, and she buying drinks. Nigga, you messed that up. You messed a $50 date up. What is you dating for if you messing up $50 dates? A date to the movies ain't even $50. I wouldn't even take my date to the movies, not on the first date. But anyway, let's get back to her story. She almost finished.
Like, yeah, he kind of like showed me that he was a little bit weird. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm like, everybody has their little weird ways about them. Even I, myself, I have some little ways about me that could be considered weird. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to give him a chance, um, up until we got onto that date, he was kind of okay. So, I'm just basically going to make sure that I at least ask those questions and maybe I can prevent another hell day because, sad to say, I actually have a few more stories left in me. So, if you guys want to hear them, like and share this one, please. And just know that, ladies, if you're out there doubting yourself or second guessing yourself because of these guys and their mistreatment and their behavior, don't. Someone else's behavior isn't a reflection of you. And, don't let anyone make you feel that, you're somehow responsible or it's something that you did or didn't do or something that you said or maybe you misled them. Like, yeah, don't even fall for that shit because it's totally not so. And it's crazy because speaking on that, I did my story time and a friend actually, or so I thought was a friend, she actually told me, oh, her comment to everything that I said was, maybe he just wasn't feeling you. Like, girl, bye. Excuse me. He wasn't feeling me. Like, are you?
No, ma'am. I wouldn't listen to that friend. First of all, we got to stop making excuses for us not doing our due diligence while dating. If you're not asking questions and figuring a person out, understanding them. Look, if they message you on social media, which they do, if they have pictures, you look deep into those pictures. You kind of see what's going on, and you say you acknowledge something in those pictures, and be like, "I see you do," and you find something in common with that, and you piggyback off of it to get to know something about them. Okay? That's what you do. You don't just dive right into dating as if going out on a date shouldn't even come up until I know I can either make you laugh, I can talk intellectually with you, we have things in common, we have like, you know, kids, faith, um, I wouldn't say sex immediately, but sexual attraction or some type of attraction, you know, these these things need to be had prior to going on a date, or you just wasting your time. Just like I did the story, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, where the girl was she was dating she wanted to talk to the fat guy that dressed nice. He was successful. He would sing to her or make songs about her and stuff like this. And she would they were texting, but they really weren't going on dates. And she was so hell bent on going on a date with him, and he's just trying to serenade her and trying to get into her and like figure her out and stuff like this. And then her whole story time went a whole different way, but it was just like they could have had so much more to talk about, but she was worried about this date and worried about going out with him. And it's like that is not how you want to meet people. That is how you block people, is going on a date with them immediately. And that is why men who say women want free meals is because the first you take me out on a date, you take me out on a date. For instance, um, there was a point in time where I talked to a girl and I didn't find out where she worked. Something came up and I was like, "Oh, is that where I'm gonna have to pull up on you at?" She was like, "Nah, this and this and this and this." And then she said, "But we can meet out." Or what did she say? I don't remember. She either said we can meet out or something like that. I was like, "Fine, that's great," you know. Um, but the thing is, right when that conversation was had, that's when I started to get to know her. You know, eventually we went on a date. Eventually it didn't, whatever. But there was no like, she ain't blocked me. We didn't fight. We didn't have sex. We didn't do none of that. We just realized that not compatible, and that's fine. You're not always gonna be compatible. But she ain't get no free meal out of me. I got to know her, you know, and that's okay to get to know people before you just date them. Like, damn, we just going on dates, and that's why men be like, oh, you just want free dates, free meals, Chili's, nigga. No, okay. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Oh, and shout out to the ladies who recognized that my videos didn't have the baby at the end. I messed up and deleted the end of the videos off of my videos. So they'll be coming up on my next videos.
Everyday people. Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.